Hello, Colts, and congratulations on being accepted into Bill Carruthers Secondary School. My name is Michael Nunes, and I'm the Department Head of Special Education here at Bill Carruthers. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the supports that are offered through the Special Education Department and our courses. The first thing that I want to talk to you all about is the idea of success versus pathways. When you're coming and going through course selection, one of the things I want you to keep in mind is the idea of planning for success. You want to make sure that you build a strong foundation in order to help make sure that you are able to build upon those successes as you go through your high school career. If you're not sure which courses to pick, make sure you talk with your teachers. They've worked with you through the years and they truly do know you best. Take time to listen to them and consider their recommendations. One of the other supports that you can have is the Learning Strategies course. This elective course will be taken during your grade 9 year. But if you're worried about, well, what happens about my future? If I pick my courses now, what will that determine for my pathway? Rest assured that there's always ways for us to adjust the pathway throughout your high school career in order to make sure that you get where you want to go. So what is learning strategies? Well, there's a couple of things to consider for this. The first is the difference between our course codes. The GLE1O1 course code is the course code that is used for students who are officially identified through the IPRC process and have a formal IEP. Students who are taking the GLE1O1 course and who are formally identified will be guaranteed a spot in the course. The GLS course code is for all other students who wish to take the Learning Strategies course and be able to partake in the advantages and the learning that's involved. Both credits count as a Group 1 compulsory course. This is the Guidance/Career Education Group 1 compulsory course credit. So what do we learn in the course? Well, each year we're continuously adapting the course to meet the needs of the students in our group. Some of the core concepts that we carry on throughout are how do our learning skills and time management strategies impact our learning, and how do we work on improving them? What exactly is your IEP? What has been that paperwork that has gone back and forth year after year that your parents and your teachers sign? And what does it say about you? What does it say about your strengths and your needs? And after we actually take a look at that, then we want to take a look at how does this not only impact your school career, but how will this impact you in the world of work and when you start your volunteer experiences? And how does this impact you in sports? And then take those accommodations and put them in place across the board. We're going to take a look at different work and study strategies that you can use in high school, especially when you have to go through and start writing your first exams. Since we're a one-to-one school, we're going to have a big focus on digital tools and assistive technology and help provide more supports and more training in that aspect. Finally, we always take a look at our mental wellness and what awareness do we need to be bringing to the table and what strategies can we put in place in order to help support ourselves, our family, and our peers. So what will your timetable look like? Well, right now, we currently have 3 sections of the Grade 9 Learning Strategies course. We try to get them all in first semester, but it's very difficult to timetable everyone to have the learning strategies all in semester 1. But we try and do that as much as possible. One thing to note is that this does take your elective spot. It's not to say that you're not getting any electives in your grade 9 year. The advantage of coming to Bill Carruthers is that your second elective is your other grade 9 phys ed credit. But there are always options in order to get your electives in the future. This can involve taking it in your grade 10 year potentially. This can involve taking some summer school courses if you want to get ahead and free up more spaces. But at Bill Carruthers, knowing that we have fewer choice electives available, we have a lot of our senior grade 11 courses that are open and don't have prerequisites, so you can continue to pursue your options. Also, a lot of our students in grade 11 will reach back and take some of those grade 10 elective courses if they realize that they haven't been able to fit it all in. One of the big questions that is asked is, if I take learning strategies, does that mean that I do not have to take French? And the answer is a clear no. Learning strategies is not exempt you from taking French. If you are looking at a French exemption, that is a very specific set of criteria that need to be met. Typically, that means severely modified programming in your grade 8 year for French and severely reduced number of hours in French throughout your elementary career. Please make sure that you're talking with your elementary school CERT about this so that we can make sure that we're planning accordingly. The other key thing I want you to know about our department is the supports that are available to you all the time. When you're in learning strategies, We don't actually teach lessons on Wednesdays. For those of you who are familiar with our schedule, Wednesdays is the day that there's no ILEP, and it's typically our late start day. Knowing that we don't have an ILEP period, we use the learning strategies time as a time for you to work on your projects and your homework from all your other classes. The other advantages of the Learning Strategies course is that we are flexible with our timetables. If we notice that the class is having a very busy period of time where there's a lot of assignments coming up in multiple courses, we can work on building in flexibility within our course in order to help you out. Finally, when you do and when you don't have the Learning Strategies course, our resource room is always available to you so that way you can have supports through your ILEP, lunch periods, or even during class time. Finally, I just wanted to welcome you all to the Quilt family. We look forward to meeting you next year, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of grade 8.